G Holy breathe life into these niggas. Man, they'll never understand what it's like to be a real nigga. Only he is him.
Alright, so listen. It's the guy G Holy repping Gholy.com. And right now I'm here with SAYDEZ Benz. How you doing, Sadie?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm straight. Right off the bat, right? I usually don't do this, but right off the bat, I need a list of five. I need five female MCs before we even go any further because I gotta know what I'm dealing with, right? I need
Okay,
five.
okay. List of five. Missy Elliott,
Yeah.
um, Aaliyah,
Okay.
um,
One of my
Queen
favorites.
Latifah.
Uh-huh.
You know I'm older generation, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it
yeah.
positive.
It's all good.
And
Latifah's okay.
Roxanne, and MC Light, of course.
Of
And
course.
also, I'm gonna be honest because I'm like more tomboyish a little bit. I I don't always listen to Nicki Minaj, but she is one of my favorite artists.
Wow, okay, okay.
It's
Now,
because
yeah, break
her
that down.
talent is undeniable.
Yeah, okay, okay. So you feel like
You can
maybe you can't maybe the music is not like an everyday thing for you, but the talent
I
is
mean,
recognizable.
I mean, it's not really my personal individual culture,
Exactly.
but I love the creativity, the artist. Like she's an artist. Like
Okay.
she's creative. I've seen her do brilliant things on talk shows. Like
Yeah.
I've seen her one time they threw out a letter and she did some papoose,
Yeah, yeah,
on some
yeah,
gangster
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
I'm
listen.
I'm an artist. I love creativity.
Yes,
So like
yes.
I'm gonna give honor where honor is due all day.
For sure, for sure. And like, I'm glad you mentioned Light because I feel like she don't get nowhere near. Like for me, Light is number one ever
Oh,
all time.
yes,
So I
yes.
just feel like she don't get the. But this is the first time I've ever asked this question and I didn't hear Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. That's amazing. Like,
They are great. Don't get
okay,
me wrong, but that set more like I said the trajectory for the Barb's. You
got
know
you,
what I mean?
got
And the Cardi B's and all that and all that. You know what I mean? I'm more because to me that's more like hip hop pop.
you. Yeah,
I'm more like hip hop soul.
yes. And that's
You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
that's that's good because that's what I was going to ask you about. You got like your music is like kind of half and half, right? Like I would
Yeah.
like it's a lot of it's like some sexually charged themes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like some other type of content too. So like where do you purposely find that balance or is that a
Yes.
conscious decision? Okay.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? Just yesterday, I was looking on Facebook and I saw a little meme quote, and it was by Keanu Reeves. He's one of my favorite actors,
Me too.
and he had said something like, um, "Good people still party and drink and all that. You know, we just don't get it mixed up with our personality, our character, basically something like that."
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? He said it so perfect,
Yeah.
and that's coming from a Pisces. I'm a Pisces, of course, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I understood that perfectly because I'm like, you know what? Just because I'm in my spiritual walk, don't mean I don't keep it gangster or funky.
Yeah.
Like I still get busy. We on Earth. Like
But wait, whoa, whoa, hold
I
on,
still.
hold on. Hold on, we speeding because I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. We speeding a little bit. You know what I mean? Now, I wanted to ask you, though your songs is like I said, half and half, right? Why is it not like a million songs? Why is it like a select few? Is it because you record a lot and don't put it out? Or is it because you this is like the what you got?
No, it's I actually have a lot of songs written. I've been
Okay,
writing music since I was 12.
okay,
Nobody knows that. This is
okay.
probably the first time I ever revealed that to somebody who wasn't like a very close friend, which is only like a handful.
I
But
I feel blessed.
yeah. So I do have songs that are recorded. I don't put anything out because what I'm doing because aside from music, like I said, I'm in my spiritual walk. So it's like there's purpose behind anything I do. I
Mm-hmm.
don't just put I just felt like it, like, but why did I feel like it?
Mm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I
Mm-hmm.
feel like get to the bottom of it? Because at the end of the day, I'm an artist. I'm expressing my emotions, my energy.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna leave you with confusion. I'm gonna tell a story. I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
just gonna throw up some information on you, throw up some vibes on you. No, I'm gonna set the stage. I'm gonna set the
Or
tone.
force it. Or force
Yeah, I'm gonna
it.
set the
Yeah. Yeah.
tone.
I feel you. I feel
Just
you.
walk with me.
Yeah.
Just walk with me. If you want to jog, jog. If you want to run, run. But let's just
Yeah.
go.
So that's how I feel like when you moving in your purpose, because I'm the same way. When you moving in
Yeah,
your purpose, you only move purposeful, consciously. You get what I'm saying?
exactly.
So yeah, if it's not there, it's not there. I do something else, come back to this,
Yeah.
it's whatever. Like
And I've
so
had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you gotta put some out there. Don't wait, don't wait." And it's like I've come, I'm 31 years old. I've
yeah,
come to the point in my life where I know better than to do something on somebody else's time other than my own, because I'm on my own path. I'm in my own walk. So
that-
if I put myself on somebody else's path, I'm gonna mess up my path.
yes, I agree.
So if my spirit don't feel like it's time to do something, it's not time to do something. And I know better from experience and older age to listen.
Yeah, yes,
So I could have threw a lot of songs out at 19.
yeah,
At 19 years old, guess what? I'll probably be a has been right now because I didn't
uh-huh,
know then what I knew now.
yes,
Especially about the industry and
yeah,
business at that. Because just because you're an artist, you still need to know business. You still and see there's still a lot of things that you need to know, and I take this serious. I'm not just want to be some one hit wonder. I'm an artist, regardless if it's music, fashion, what spirituality, lifestyle. It's what everything is beautiful to me,
yes,
so like the world is a canvas to me,
yes,
so
yes,
you don't have to rush it.
exactly, exactly.
You don't have to rush it because everybody was waiting. I haven't dropped a song for 2 years.
Mm,
I put a song, it's going. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? People,
yeah.
because they not waiting on me for my music. They like me. People gonna like me, and if you don't like me, then maybe I'm just not your cup of tea. You know what I mean? Maybe we just energy's not compatible. That probably don't even mean you don't like me.
Yeah,
We just on different paths, different time zones. It's
I'm
okay.
yo, you sound super LA. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Well, yeah, my family is from Compton and
yeah, yeah, you
Inglewood.
sound like wild LA. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, but even though I used to be so to the point where when I was in middle school, I had such a thick like hood accent, and I used to do acting and modeling class at the time
Oh,
in
dope.
Beverly Hills at John Casablanca's Modeling Career Center.
I
It's
know
no
that.
longer there anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know of
when
it.
I was like 14, 15, 16 years old, I was attending there. And one thing I just learned is how to really express and be myself. Not only that, I had to learn some etiquette. See, they're like, hey, you're brilliant, but we don't understand what you're saying. You have to learn how to articulate yourself and enunciate your words. Like I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting it in. I'm talking that talk. But
Yeah.
I also have to know how to be professional, and that's what I spent my 20s doing. I didn't want to rush to revert back to the question. Why did you just drop some stuff? Because I didn't want to rush myself. Because you only get one shot, and how you
Mm-hmm.
come out, that's how you come out. You
Mm-hmm.
gonna be, oh, that's the girl that went viral or doing at McDonald's. That's the girl that's the girl from Love and Hip Hop. However you come out, that's how you come out. So I want to come out how I want to come out. And then there were ish moments when I was having, I have 3 children. In 2016, my son's father, when we were breaking up, put a video out on me that got 20 million views the first week. And mind you, this was at a point in time where going viral was a very new thing, especially on Facebook. So
Yeah.
I was one of the first few videos that actually went viral, and it wasn't in a
Wow.
good light. He
Wow.
was humiliating me in
Yeah.
front of the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I went viral and I did capitalize off of that, and I started my music career off of that. But I'm like, you know what? Because nobody knew who I was even then. Because that broke me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I was real for me. It was a joke and it was laughter for everybody else, but that was real for me. And I had babies
Yes.
that were involved at the same time. So it's like, going through stuff like that, I just realized, like, you know what? okay, let me pull myself together. And since people want to know who I am,
Yeah.
because I already went viral, somebody already put me out there.
Right.
Okay, let me calm down because I was hysterical for about 2 years. A man that I love just ruined, like flipped my life upside down. We'll
Yeah.
get into that another time.
Well, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Now that I'm coming on, I got the attention. Let me show people who I am. Then, since everybody wants to know. Since I was forced to be on a
Yeah.
platform,
Yeah.
let me introduce myself.
Mm. That's a unique thing, and I'm not even gonna go
But
down
I
that.
healed first.
Yes.
I healed first.
Yes. I'm not gonna go
I
down
didn't just
that.
jump out there on ego. This is
Yeah.
my higher self speaking, not ego.
Yo, listen. All right, so there's like four ways I could go with this interview, but I'm gonna go. No, for real, because you just opened up so much stuff, right? So,
I told you we could do the dash.
so listen. Nah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go down that path because I do want to know what it was, but I don't want to know because I just like it seemed like a hurtful thing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
no,
when you
no.
talking
I
about it, it like
because
made
I
me think.
live stream. I've talked about it on live stream. I do it to
Okay.
raise awareness for other women
Okay.
because there's some women that go through what I've been through and they don't know no way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
some die.
yeah. So it
That's
was
how
like
deep
so it was like a
not
domestic
to be
situation,
so heavy, but that's how deep it is.
right? But it was like a domestic situation.
Yes, it was very
Oh, right. Yeah.
domestic. Like we were like socialites in LA. We talking about the gang banging world in LA.
Yeah.
You know, I got three baby daddies and they all gang bang.
Yeah.
So and it's that's a big thing in Southern California.
Yeah.
So that's a world of its own. So when I was getting out with one of my sons, that I was falling out with one of my kids' fathers, he decided to for me to look bad so that he could save face for himself. Him and his friends, who are all socialites, they do music and all that too, decided to put a video out on me, tag each other, and then talk about
Mm,
me all over the internet. It was all over. People in New York was asking me if I needed
wow.
help, this, that, and the third. They were dragging my kids, everything. And
Mm,
so I was just like, that was a moment I had to grow up because what people didn't know while they were like bashing me was I just lost my brother. I just buried my brother 4 days prior to that.
oh wow.
My brother was murdered, and on top
Wow.
of that, he left me at the funeral while I got maced and jumped by
What?
some females that didn't know I was my brother's sister because I didn't grow up with him. They thought I was his side chicker, so they didn't know I was his sister, like his blood sister. And my son's dad left me there too. But you know what? The only reason why I go through all this and I talk about it because I've told you I've healed from it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not me swagging off on the situation. This is me talking about it because I've healed from it and now I'm able to tell the story. I've done my work. I'm right now double majoring in psychology and I just also qualified this semester for my liberal arts degree as well. Yeah, so I'm doing my thing. I bounce back like good crack. So,
Yes.
that it's not even about me. It's to show that you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're not happy with where you at,
Yeah.
oh,
So to
you
go
gonna be all
back,
right.
look.
You
So to
gonna be
go
all
back,
right.
I want to tell you something. It takes a special type of person to have not only the strength to go through what you went through. That's a given. I'm saying for somebody to say I own time, time don't own me. See, everybody's on this like you only get one shot Eminem type of deal.
No,
Like, this is the opportunity. Like people know that opportunities come and they arrive when you are the most prepared for them. You just gotta
yeah,
recognize them and move on. So to have
yeah.
no, really to have the I want you to know it take a special type of person to say, you know what,
Thank you.
I'm gonna do this when I want. I'm gonna do this when I feel. You know what I mean? Like that takes a very very special type of person.
I mean,
Um,
it's like a baker, and you call order. Hey, I need this huge grand wedding cake. You give them they adequate time. Okay, I could do it in 2 weeks.
yeah,
You're not gonna keep calling. Hey, you got it done yet? Is it done yet? Can I see it yet? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna get this masterpiece for you. Just let me
yeah,
do what I do.
yeah,
Let me do what I do. And I feel like a part of me, aside from music, it's here to help women, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm a little more biased towards women than men because it's a man's world already.
Okay.
So y'all, you know, y'all already y'all already got that
Yeah,
phrase,
yeah,
you know. I'm here to pick a woman up. Here, let me take your hand and lift your woman up. Let
yeah.
me
I
let
feel
me
like
do that. You know what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
feel you. I feel like it's changing. I'm starting to feel it's a shift, but for most of my life, I felt like yes, for sure, it's been a man's work for sure.
It's
Like
starting to shift, and it's not even about who masculine, feminine, who's running the world, because we both run it. That's why yin and yang is a purpose on its own. You
yeah,
know, we all play, we all have a position to play, and we need to play it well. But that all comes with
yeah.
accountability.
So they
I took accountability for my life, you know what
yeah.
I mean, which is why I'm able to make my own choices
Hmm.
unapologetically
For sure, for sure.
because I have no regrets, and I know exactly why I'm doing everything I'm doing.
I like your conviction. I like your conviction when you talk. I believe every word you're saying because it's believable.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. So I always say like the craziest people is in church, right? And
Yeah.
I say that because in order for you to come to the church, to run to the church rather, gotta be something you running from. Like people usually run from things to the church. And it's the same thing with just getting in touch with your spirituality in general. So I know
Yeah.
like the people who is meditating the most probably been through the most because they doing it because
Yeah. Yeah.
they need to connect, right? How did you end
Exactly.
up how did you end up getting into the whole tarot thing and like, you know, just not even tarot, excuse me. How did you end up getting into the whole astrology thing and really doing like horoscope type stuff?
What really got me into it, I'm gonna be honest. I've been always been a bit peculiar of a person, and when I was younger, it used to I used to get offended. It used to hurt my feelings because people knew that I was different, and they pointed it out to me. They
Hmm.
used to call me weird or like, not like so much in a bad sense because I've always been a fly girl. I've always been a popular girl. I've always been around that in crowd and everything like that. I gravitate, but in that type of world, I was shy, reserved, very observant. So that made me weird. Like, oh, she not with the function. She don't
Hmm.
like. I didn't grow up sleeping around and stuff like that in high school and stuff like that. That's something I could be proud of saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did some other things, maybe some mannish things. I did some mannish things. But
Hmm.
I was a little mannish when I was younger, and I made my paper. But at the end of the day, I'm proud to say that, like, even though I did grow up with an abusive father, and like we talked about church, that's what ran me to church when I was in high school,
Hmm.
because that was my savior. Those are people that were protecting me from my abusive father.
Hmm.
So in that, that's when I really got in tune, like you said, with the spirituality and everything when I was younger, because I would always space out. And when I didn't know I was spacing out, because in my mind, I'm in a zone. I'm
Yeah.
somewhere else. And then I used to notice my friends would be like, oh, she having a moment. She having a moment. And they used to always call it my moment. They'd be like, she's having a moment. And I'll be like, what is that? Like, I guess I used to just space out. But like, the only way I can like kind of explain it was like, that show That's So Raven.
Hmm.
Like when she
Yeah,
would
yeah,
just be
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
and be like, and you
Uh-huh.
just like, I didn't know that that was like getting visions. I didn't
Yeah.
know what that was. We weren't in that type of evolved world yet. I was
Hmm.
just a weirdo.
Yep.
I was just weird for how I was, and the fact that I always knew things ahead of time. I was just weird to people, you
Hmm.
know. Then when I got older, I got on, start my money to, oh, you Lady Tupac, Lady Sugar Free, this, that, because I was in a little cool talk or whatever. I got
Hmm.
away with my words,
Hmm.
but everybody didn't know that that was just ego, because nobody knew that I was getting beat up at home.
Mm.
That was my that was my defense mechanism to look tough, to be
Mm.
tough. I used to take men's weight class in high school because I didn't want nobody to beat me up. I had a six pack. I used to take strength pills, vitamins, all that when I was younger. I was in sports. I played fighter football. I did a little cross country, a little track and field, a softball, like,
Oh.
So I never wanted nobody to defeat me, and I didn't know that it was because I was always getting bullied. whether it was my father or something like that. So it did build me up some tough skin. And it wasn't until 2016, like I told you, when I threw my whole life away, relationship, everything. I lost everything too. I had to start with $0, nothing in 2016 because my son's father took everything from me
Wow.
just to like get me to stay. I moved back to another state in California. I was in Nevada at the time, in Vegas. I threw my whole life away and I fell into severe depression. Severe
Talk about this.
depression to where I had to go to therapy and everything because of what he did to me. I was catatonic for about 2 years. I
Mm.
wouldn't talk to nobody. Every time I opened my mouth, I would cry hysterically. Like I would go crazy just opening my mouth because I didn't know how to talk and tell people what was going on with me. You know, I wasn't taught that growing up. I was taught communication.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so when that happened, I got real spiritual, and then I had my best friend. She the only person in the world that had my back when all that stuff was happening. Like, come on, you gonna come to grandma's house with me? You know, we'll come back to the land. So I go back, you know, and she showed me like we started looking at chakras. You know, we read about chakras, trying to align ourselves. We smoking weed, you know, big buzz in Cali. You know, we on some hippie shit.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's when we really start watching a little bit of tarot. It's just barely start hitting the scene on YouTube. We like, okay, this is cool, whatever. But then I start noticing with certain readers, that's when I had to learn to have my own discernment. You can't just believe everything you hearing, because
Exactly.
if it like rub me the wrong way, certain things, and I'm like, why does this make me feel this type of way? Because everything ain't meant for me.
Yeah.
It's not resonating.
Yeah.
So then I start reading on my own, and then when I got into a situation where I kept like, why do I keep losing in life? I can make all this money and do all this. Why I keep losing everything and I don't got nothing to show for it? And then in 2019, I was in an abusive relationship all over again, about to drive him to his mama's house. I go to jail. And then I'm sitting in jail like, my daughter was in the car, everything, you know what I mean? I'm sitting in jail like I just crapped out.
Yeah.
In life. That's how I feel. You know, to me, jail is hell on earth because you can't do nothing. You're literally bound against your own free will. How is that not hell on earth?
Fact.
You cannot do nothing. So I was like, in there, I created a plan.
And this
I
was
started
just
writing music.
2019. That's crazy. Good. We're good.
2019, I started writing music like her. I wrote my first album. I still didn't even put that out. I still ain't recorded it, nothing. Wrote my first album in jail. Then I just started writing the game plan. So I'm gonna do when I get out of jail. You know, I sobered up off everything. You know, I'm in there for a couple months. I'm like, let me get it in. Let me get my game plan. As soon as I got out of jail, I had nothing. People stole my clothes when I was in jail. I lost my home, my cars, I lost everything but my kids in 2019 again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this gotta stop.
Yeah.
This
From
gotta
16 to 19. Now it's like, yeah. I'm glad. Look, I know you're glad that 22 rolled around. You're like, all right, I got all my shit.
Yeah, because
Cool,
I'm
boy.
like, you know, this was a hard journey, and that was only like what 4 years of my life that
Yeah.
we just briefly discussed. You know what I mean? So, long story short, with those little tumultuous ways, I'm just here to show like it's not even just me. Other people can do that too. You don't have to stay stuck for nobody, and that's why tarot and other spiritual practices, divinations is important because it helps you understand who you truly are, like astral profiles, astrological profiles, cosmic profiles.
Yeah.
It tells you who your soul is. It tells you what's connected to your chakras. What are you aligned with so that you can hit the moments, you know? So I know with my spirituality, when I do like, okay, boom, a window about to open for some money. Let me grab onto it. So I know if I'm walking in the world and somebody hit me with a money plan,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's the method.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I'm a pass
You
every
already know
single
it. You
time
already know it's divine. So
because
yeah.
the universe, I'm in sync. I'm a vessel. They're gonna send me a message. I'm gonna download it, and I'm gonna get busy, and we all gonna win.
And you know what I love about that. And Sun Tzu say, if you know both yourself fully and your opponent fully, walking into the battle, there's no way you lose. So
Absolutely not.
if you know the universe fully and you know yourself fully and your place in the universe, you can never lose. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I kind of get from tarot and things like that. Actually just did something earlier. I gotta go.
And it's a bit intimidating because in order to begin your
Yeah,
spiritual path,
yeah.
you got to strip yourself raw and start all over again. And
It's
that's
the
what everybody's
scariest
not
thing in the
courageous
world
enough to do.
for some people. Like people ain't scared of nothing, but they definitely scared of that strip. Now I'm talking about when I came out of the, I guess you could say, out of the matrix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some years back,
Yes.
it took
It's
some.
like a newborn baby again. You
It
don't know
is,
anything. Everything you thought you knew,
yeah.
right out the window.
And it's very scary because you live your life based on an ego that's based on for things that are falsehoods. So in order to tear those falsehoods down, you got to strip your own ego down. So you like
Yeah.
super naked and raw. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people,
Yeah.
they know truth. They know is a truth beyond the one they know, but they don't want to take the path because it's going to take that stripping down. And it's like if you strip yourself to nothing, what are you? That's what they thinking, but they
Exactly.
don't realize every death is a birth.
Exactly.
So yeah, I
And
get
that's forever. Like next month, I'm probably gonna go through new death and rebirth. If you are a spiritual person, you constantly evolving. So there's gonna be many deaths, many rebirths. You're gonna go through many dark nights of the soul,
hmm
which is when you're all in ego. You're in your lower vibration. But that's
hmm
part of growth. You're
Yep.
never gonna just stay up and up. There's gonna be ups and downs, But as long as you do your best every day, you put one foot forward,
Yeah.
you're gonna make some shake and you're gonna be shocked.
Yeah, and you can't ignore it. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The caterpillar, the smart caterpillar, the caterpillar that's in tune, know it's already a butterfly. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to become a
I'm gonna
butterfly
be
to know it's
honest.
the butter. Yeah, like you can feel your potential.
Where I'm
That's
at
why.
now,
Yeah,
I never thought I would even get this far in my life. Honestly, I thought I would be dead at this age
yeah,
because I was
yeah,
a straight thug.
yeah.
Like,
I believe you. I believe you.
so and then the fact that motherhood took a hold of me. I got three kids: a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, and my son just turned 7 today.
Okay.
So, you know, that really had me grow. Even though, yeah, I'm 31, I still have fun. I still turn up. I could twerk, all that. We have fun.
That's true.
It's a time and a place for everything. I live my life. But at the end of the day, I know when it's time to buckle down and handle business
Yeah. Is
for
it yo?
myself, for my business, for my spirit,
Yeah.
for my kids, for anything. I use the same formula. I apply it to everything.
Yeah. I might need you on something else because I got a like a lecture, like a spiritual lecture series I do too. So might need you on something else because like this is I wanna say a lot, but it's probably not for this program. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
going into
yeah.
another world. So we might have to rethink
Yeah,
it.
I'm just
Yeah,
giving a little bit of the vibe. So when I say my weird things in music, you understand where I'm coming from a spiritual place. It's not
yeah.
more literal. It's more spiritual. You
I
know
got
what I mean?
I got
Like,
you. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's what I was saying about the caterpillar because when you listen, being weird is just knowing like that you when you know it's something beyond where you at and you talk
hmm
about it and you speak about it out loud, you're going to be weird. Because what can
yeah,
people see? What's in front of them? You get what I'm saying? Even though what's
yeah,
in front of them now, not going to be in front of them in 10 years. So
yeah,
if you look, think about if you're the person that's saying, yo, one day we're going to have the TV in our hand. If, you know what I'm saying? In 1980, like, yo, one day we're just going to be walking around with
yes,
the TV in our hand. We can watch whatever we want. They're going to be like, yo, get ready for the
yes.
cycle.
Oh my
So,
gosh. I'm
how
gonna
you
have
going
to
to get
send you
people?
this video because
Yeah.
I captured the video when they first dropped barcodes for food. I'm
Mm,
gonna send it to
I need
you,
that.
and it shows you how they're introducing how to use a barcode and how they scan it.
I need that. I
I'm gonna
need
send
that.
that to
I
you
need that.
because it's so old school. It's from like the 80s
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
70s, one of those. But when they start introducing barcodes, I was like, you really were typing that in manually,
that's crazy.
everything that they were buying.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah,
Make
I'm
sure
gonna
you send
definitely
that to me.
send you that because that's golden.
Yeah, make sure you send that to me. So,
That's a prime example
yeah,
of new things, like you said, just
yes,
evolving with the world. We evolved into, barcode scanning and everything. Like now we're evolving to social media and
fact,
technology and
fact,
platforms
fact.
and content creation. Like the world is evolving. So that alone is a prime example of how you can make a change because the world is showing us
Yes,
how change works.
yes. I agree 100%. is there any visuals in the near future that we can like? Are you come making any music videos?
Um, I will be dropping some music videos probably no later than February.
Okay.
No later than February. It's only thing with me is like I told you, I take my time, but I don't take too much time because a lost time is never found. But at the same time, I do keep in mind that I'm a mother of 3 kids that I responsibly had.
Mm.
So family is a priority in my life. It's not just all work for me. I'm a hands-on with my children. We gonna do it together. I'm not gonna leave my kids behind.
I applaud that. I applaud that. You don't want to you don't want to get where you're going and then leave who you are where you was. You know what I mean? So I applaud that 100%.
And you
Yeah,
see it all the time with artists and their children,
yeah,
and how they're like, "Oh, you were so distant from me. You were never there for me." But then to us, they're all the rage for us because they're a celebrity. But to
yeah,
their kids, it's like, "You were never there for me." I'm not gonna go out like that. No, my kids is
yeah.
what I do it for. So I value their opinion more than ever. And what I hear from them lately is, I like my mom because she don't be doing the most, but
Mm-hmm.
she showed me that. Because one time my brother had said, "Oh, we were playing a game of life," and he was like, "So you don't want to get married? We on the board. You don't want to get married?
Yeah,
How you gonna survive and do all this?" And then my daughter was like, "Mom does it." That was priceless to me.
yeah, it
That
is.
was like my kids see me.
Yeah,
So I don't care what nobody say.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
my kids see me.
As a superhero,
Yes,
for
like
real.
they see
That's
me.
dope. Nah, that's fire. That's all you could wish and hope for, man. Is to be that positive influence in your children's life, man. Because they in the world.
Yes.
So, like you got first dibs on influence. So you better get
Yes.
to them because
And people want to talk
anytime, you know
about
what I mean?
how children, oh, these kids these days, who raised the kids these days? Why are
Look,
you talking about them? Because my kids are great.
yeah, exactly. Yo, listen, SAYDEZ Benz. I could literally talk to you all day, but if
I
I
know
don't
we
cut
got to
this,
wrap it up. And
it's
I
like
got
it's
to
gonna be
get
like
on
too
with the
long
rest
to
of my
upload.
day.
So listen, is it anything you want to say? Anything we should look out for? Any type of anything you didn't get to say?
Yes, I would like everybody to please check out my song Money Baby. It's streaming on all music platforms. You find me on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. And I do have some new music dropping in the next new year starting January. So stay tuned for all that. I'm going to have visuals for you and all that. Like, just be patient with me, y'all. Y'all know I just got out of jail 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's definitely a conversation to be had around being a mother and being because my wife does music also and she's got to
oh,
be a
that's
mom. Yeah. So being a mother and being y'all like it's got to be some
we
type of
all need to
y'all be
come
so about
together as artists and mothers and
yeah,
fathers. Like it's not parenting is not an easy thing.
yeah.
It's not.
And then
Especially you
you
gotta
got
mix
three.
career.
Look, we got three too, and
See?
stuff got to get done. You
So
get what I'm
you
saying?
know the
Yes, for
vibes
sure,
of
for
having to
sure.
multitask like an octopus.
Exactly. Last thing I wanted to say, I love Money Baby, but come on, man. Women with this no scrubs theme, like, come on, man. Yo, listen, you gotta take a man with just a little bit of money sometimes, a little bit.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not even about having money,
Yeah,
but you better have some ambition to go get some money.
for
Cause
sure.
I'm gonna rock with you. I'm not shallow.
Okay,
I'm gonna rock with
I
you,
wanted you to
but
make
you
that
better
clear.
make some shit shake, you know?
I wanted you to make that clear because the message could get distorted a little bit. I wanted you to make
Oh no, 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 no. No, because if you listen to any of my other tracks,
that.
you don't never hear me talking about if I'm breaking on people,
Hmm.
it's because you owe me.
Hmm. Hmm.
No more, no less.
Yes. Yo, listen.
It's because you owe me. Other than that, everybody else, I'm gonna treat you with open arms.
Yeah. Listen.
Regardless of who you are, what color skin you got on, I don't care about none of that.
What color
If you
skin you
got a
got
dope
on?
soul,
That's
dope
the
souls
avatar.
need
You're right.
dope
You're right.
souls.
We wearing this shit like a coat.
But what I can do though, I could give you a little bit of vibes for some that ain't even out yet.
How could I say no? Well, I'm gonna say no. Yes, of course. What do you mean? You got it on you right now? Let's go.
Yeah, right here. I'm ready for it. Okay. Let me see. Let me get it going.
Oh, you got two. You still hustling.
Can you hear me?
Hold on,
You
let
hear
me
it?
tell you something. Let me tell you something real fast though. Let me tell you something real fast. You got 2 phones. You still hustling. But go ahead.
I'm all day. All day. I got 4 phones.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Can you hear the sound?
Yep. You can turn it up a little bit.
This is feeling is deep inside. So close your eyes, buckle up and just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Little snippet,
Yeah,
little
that sounded like a vibe. That sounded like I'm driving, like, you know what I mean, on the coast, down the coastline.
Yeah, just some chill, cause sometimes I go hard, but then there's a side of me that's very serene and very sacred.
Yeah.
So I protect it.
Yeah, no doubt. That's dope. I appreciate you, you know what I mean, blessing everybody with that joint.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, you did a lot of exclusive stuff. I feel special. So
thank you. I appreciate you. Now it's an honor to be on here. Thank you so much for inviting me to your platform.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'm the guy G Holy, always repping gholy.com. I'm gonna let you do your own outro.
And I'm SAYDEZ BENZ. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's at SAYDEZ_world. You can also find me on all music platforms. Go ahead and stream all my songs. You can find me also on b.i.g if you want to see me live stream. Look up SAYDEZ BENZ. SAYDEZ BENZ. You can find me on b.i.g.
You heard? Oh, look. Check it out. We already on it.
Okay.
We already on it.
Hey,
right.
So you see me though. I just started that profile. I was on Live Me, but I just jumped to b.i.g.
Okay. So we out.
Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Walk up in the spot like it's dry in the motherfucker. Who got the Wi-Fi in this motherfucker? A nigga feeling too fly for this motherfucker. Them niggas here, man, we rolling. I'm a sucker ducker. Yo, what? Tell that shit to another sucker. I'm on game from the jacks, bitch. I'm gutter. You a snake, he a snake. How y'all trust each other? Well, goddamn, hey, brother ain't a brother.